something a little different today. Uh, some know and whatever, Steve crashed his Vector. So I'm going to build him. I'm going to put the whole thing back together, actually. He thought I was just going to build him a fuselage, but I'll go ahead and build the elevator stabilizer too. I think I can do that. I'm going to do it. He's paying me, by the way, so that helps. We'll see if we can't build him something that's more usable than what he had. What I need from you guys is I don't have any Vector numbers. Any one of you guys who has a Vector out there, grab your tape measure and give me a nose and tail moment and the width of the stab and elevator. Of course, that doesn't much matter. I'll just do it my way. But I better get to the chat so I can see. So anybody out there have a Vector at hand that they can measure that nose and tail moment? First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the tip open because the wingtip weight box is rattling around. I think instead of fixing his center wing, I'm going to set the battery back into it. Let me take this off the bench. So this is what we have to work with right here. Just a wing. You know, I think I might try to save the covering on this so we don't have to cover the wing. Well, it took a big crunch. It took a big hit. So we're going to need to make a rib pattern. So the only way I can do that is to cut this thing off. Man, he's really glued on there. I wonder. Glued on there. So, nah, we'll take it off. It's plywood. Might have to cut it with a. That's all that's left. Now it's got some problems. It's got the busted leading edge, but I'll save it. Anybody got a Vector that can give me the numbers? We're gonna have to cut this open out here as well. It wasn't the box that got loose, it was just the weight. I do not understand what the hell's going on here. Yeah. You have a vector. Okay, thank you. All right, there's the, looks like a factory lead weight. It's still rattling around in there. Cut this door off. Wow, that's what happened. Okay. It broke the box is what it did. When it hit the ground, it took the front door off of the box, the front wall. But we'll just epoxy that together. What a junker. Okay, how am I going to get this off here? Nine and an eighth. Okay. And hinge line to hinge line. There we go. There. We're getting there. 15-inch trailing edge. So we'll go 9 1/4, 15. All right, thank you. Actually, this is electric. No, he's got a heavy battery. Of course, I'll cut this back and I'll set the battery back into the wing. Okay, so we got something to work with here. Why is that locked up? What is the deal? Now we got no lead outs out the lead out. What's this? Oh, what's that? We got some shit floating around in there. There it is. Thank you very much for the info. This thing had about 2 ounces of tip weight in it. That ain't gonna happen again. Okay. Now I gotta get the lead outs out of it. So, look in here. Oh boy. Yeah. So it's a 23-inch, a 24-inch elevator stabilizer. Okay, so I need to look in here. Well, that's good. I don't have to take that apart. That's good. Let's reach in there and grab it. No, I think that's about it. There we go. I got her. We got some kind of something hanging up the controls though. Steve, if you're watching, I need you to bring me the control horn over for the elevator. Why does that feel like that? Oh, it's that pusher. Let's take that piece of crap off there. Pretty shoddy job. That's what you get from not putting it's. Yes, this vector is an ARF. No, it was a ready. Yeah, ARF, ready to fly. Yeah, that's a pretty shoddy push rod joint. I don't know what kind of glue that was, gluing that push rod together, but that's what failed right there. Steve said he was coming down and gave it, you know, do an outside square or something. Gave it down and heard a pop and right into the ground, which has happened to me for a different reason, but it has happened. '64. Use the pliers there and the ball driver there. So we're going to try to salvage what we can out of this anyway. Make it as good as possible. Steve just needs something to fly. So I'm going to see if I can do this in a week. Doesn't have to be concourse finish. Just we're going to monopuke it. All right. Now we have this damaged leading edge. So what do you do to fix that? Well, we're going to fix it by cutting it out and then gluing a box in there, reinforcing it, gluing a box. It looks like somebody put some fiberglass on it. So I bet this is a 3-inch bell crank and not a 4. Look in there and see. Operation. Wow, what the hell is that? I got a big piece of lumber right there. It is a 4-inch bell crank. That's what was holding up the bell crank. That piece of wood there. And go right to there. We'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know what this bridging lumber was, but it was a pretty healthy stick. I guess it was their bridging attempt, which is not needed. So this is washed up. We're gonna have to peel the covering back here. Okay. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Straight down. You know, you got to treat these just like a real airplane. You don't want shit floating around inside the wing. First off, it's annoying as hell when you hear ding, 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 ding. Second off, it could jam the controls. So this push rod setup appears, I mean, if the push rod is glued right, I don't know who did this job. it has, this end here has the good titanium ends on it, and that other end was a, I don't know what you call this. It looks like a soft RC push rod glued on. I don't know what that is, but these are the good titanium ends. So I'm going to make the assumption whoever did this control used JB Weld on that side anyway, but this is definitely not JB Weld. It looks like hot glue. And hot glue ain't going to cut it. So what I need to do here is I need to figure out how far I have to go down, straight down between the two. And there's no rib there that broke that rib out. So I'm going to have to put some type of rib back in it. Guess. This is a catastrophe. But it is in one, I mean, the wing is, it's usable. It's just going to be hard to do. Let's see here. First thing I need to do is get this wing usable, and then we'll build a fuselage. Let's see if I can find that drum sander. I know it's in my toolbox here. How the hell would they have that much wingtip weight in there? Gotta be like 2 ounces. So there was 2 of these glued in, which are 1/2 ounce a piece. So it says 1/2 ounce. So that's 1 ounce. And then so it was this one. So that's 2. That's 1 ounce and 1/4 ounce and a half of tip weight. I mean, I trimmed the airplane for them, and I added that extra 1/2 ounce in there. I guess it needs it. Those other 2 pieces were glued inside the wing somewhere. Got jarred loose in the crash. But it was heavy. It was a heavy mama. 60 ounce Vector. That feels pretty good. I wonder how I'm going to extrapolate that root rib. I'm going to have to use the old shoe method again, so I can get a template for the rib. I don't have a set of plans for a Vector. So we're going to need to, let's see if I can do it. Need that drum. Where's that drum? Right there. This wing cleaned off. Am I ready for Santa to strike? I don't know what that means, but I suppose. So what I'm doing here is I'm cleaning all the fuselage off so that I can cleaning the wing off so I got a good gluing surface for the fuselage. Hey. This wing, let's glue it. Let's fix this leading edge, and then I'll move on to the building the fuselage. So we got a problem here. There's no rib. The next rib over is right here. This one has been decimated. So I think there's no rib way out here. How am I going to do that? Let's see here. How am I going to do that? I just don't know here. What are we going to do? You know what? I better get a pencil and write those numbers down before I forget. There's that. That's good. There's that. So we're going to go with a 9.5 inch nose and a 15.5 inch tail moment. Uh, 9.5, 15.5. He said it was 11.5 from tip of stab to tip of to the fillet. So that's 22, 23. We'll make the stabilizer 25 and 8 inches wide, 4 and 4, 4 by 4. I know that didn't make sense. I asked you guys for numbers and I made up my own. Well, I just needed a kind of a rough idea, because when it's done, it'll look like a vector, but it won't be a vector. It'll be a specter, like Sparky Ector. I do things different. We're gonna have to go to Walmart here in a little bit, as soon as I'd say 1 o'clock. So I'll go to Walmart and we got to pick up some groceries and stuff. Oh no, she's at church. That's right. She's at church, so we're gonna go right there. We're gonna go to right there, and then okay, let's see what's up. Louisville, Kentucky. Hello. Hey, what? Who? Right, right. No, I won't need it. Thanks. Yeah, I won't need it. I mean, you don't understand how good I am. But thank you. Uh, I'll show you how to get that done here. As soon as I get this cut out, I will. All righty, appreciate it. Yeah, I figured it was about a paint job, but that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. If I need it, I'll. What is your first name again? Mark. Okay, I'll. No, you don't. Oh yeah, it's Modir Modir. Right. Well, how far away from me do you live? Yeah, it's too far to go for. No, that's all right, because we got to go to Walmart yet and all that. So if I need them, I'll call you. All right. Thank you. Bye. I got to go down and get my Weller tips. my soldering tips came. So that was a guy offering a set of plans and a whole kit to use as patterns, but I won't need them. Give me 2 minutes to get my tips. Are we going to Walmart today or about 1 o'clock? Sorry for the interruption, guys, but I had to get my tips to my soldering gun and had to take that call. Let me in my phone so I know who it is. Louisville. Done. Okay. Yeah, I told you yesterday I went to Lowe's and asked for soldering tips, soldering gun tips, and they kept showing me a soldering iron tip. People are idiots. They do not teach anything in school. You know, my dad used to get very frustrated. He's part of the greatest generation, World War II vet. He said, "You guys are dumb." I guess I understand where he was coming from now. But at least I paid attention to some shit. All right, we got 2 tips. Should have ordered 4, but 2 will have to do. I think I will put it on right now so I do not lose them. Trying to use this incorrect tip is very difficult. And I got the job done, but it was very hard. There we go. We can solder my push rods now. My dad, when I was a kid, he had 2 soldering guns, one this size and then one that was just huge. Man, that thing put out some smoke. It was Weller, but I haven't seen another one like it. 240 watt, I think it was. This is only 120 watt, so double the size. All right, soldering gun's good as new now. Okay, back to the plan. You know what? I'm not even going to put a box in there. I'm just going to bridge this. I'll put a piece of fiberglass over it. Speed wrap. So we want to do what here? We want to cut this back here. Cut that out. Damaged. Okay, straighten that up with a sander now. Okay, we got it pretty well cleaned up. Now, I need to make a pattern for this and make two. This one will be 3/16 and this one will be 1/4 inch half ribs so that I can put the sheeting back on. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, this is ultra crap. I mean coat. I'm gonna try to save as much as possible. Matters. I'm just gonna monocoat the fuselage. I mean, I got some monocoat out in the garage. but it'll be a mismatch. It'll look like a quilt. When it's done, it won't be a work of art, but it'll be a flyable airplane. I guess I can build a fuselage and monocoat it first, then glue it on, and I'll use silicone as fillets. And I could use some super fillet too, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's salvageable. I mean, I got it. Get all the shit out of this thing to fall out of it. Okay, so now scrap wood. Scrap wood challenge. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, Mark, looking out for me, but I don't need no stinking plans to build an airplane. I just need some numbers and an eye. Looks to me like the cats have made a dump. Okay, there's my two, or I need two of these. Let me go over to the sander real quick. Sand down to this line. Of course, it takes 5 minutes for it to wind up. I've never seen anything like it. Once she gets going, it's got power. So this is top. Let's put the arrow to the top. Okay, top. Oh, I need to take some more off of that. All right, time for a new piece 36. Now it fits on this side. Pretty close. Sand. Okay, back over here. Run. Up in here. So some more. Weller. Weller, that's the best. I have a Snap-on, but and they're a good soldering gun, but the tips are almost impossible to find anymore. So I got 2 Wellers. They're all Chinese, so it don't matter. They're all Chinesium. Okay, here I have my 1/4 inch thick rib. It's going to be in the way. Now you say, why is that 1/4 inch? Because I need enough overhang like a stud building a house that the sheeting can connect to. Now, another thing is the bell crank is going to hit this, so we're going to take this. Open that up. I guess I got to turn the sander off. Yeah, that'll work right there. So I get the glue. So we're going to split it. We're going to leave the 1/8 hanging out over the side. Shit. I wonder if I got any molded pieces made up already. I may. I hear some dinkers. Tip. Yep, there it is right there. I hear dinking. I can't stand dinking. Drive me fruit. Nope. Here's a piece. There's a piece. Okay. All right. So now I need to peel that. Yeah, maybe I can get away without peeling it. I don't know. All right, that ain't gonna hit, so that's good. So now I need to make one more. And then we're gonna cut a cap and right on it, and we're done with that. 9.5, 15.5, 25, 4x4. Only an idiot would understand those numbers, but I do. Okay. It'd be faster just to sand it. So give me a second. I gotta sand that airfoil into it. Okay, well, I'm sorry for those interruptions in the stream, but it's just easier for me to do without moving shit around. So let's see here. Lead out's caught this side. I'll miss, but no problem. So I don't have to worry about opening that up. But I do need to take some off here. Right there. Okay. Okay, so that goes there. Now let's turn it over. Oh, we got a ton to go here. Goes there like that. And it goes there like that. And then I'm going to take a bunch off. Okay, how are we doing there? Got it on right? Yeah, looks like it. That needs to go up like so. We're going to be using 16, so it's got this has got down a little bit. There. That's good. A little bit arc right there. Just a little. Then, oh, moved it. Shit. That one should take a little more off here. We're going to try to do this all. I don't think I can do it all in one setting, but just a couple of settings. Darn it. $22 watchers. I guess you guys are really interested in crash repairs. Okay, let's use 332nd up there. This is 16th. Oh, that's what it is. This is 16th. First thing I need. Cut its length. Cut 2 pieces that length. And now 2 pieces this way. And I have just blasted through some glue since I've been home. What the hell's going on with this thing? How about my 3rd bottle? There's a big old thick notch right. I gotta cut out. I mean, I could have probably done it in one piece, but I'll do it like this. Let's see, I'm gonna leave about yay much. Now this this type of work, this is like framing a house. This don't have to be pretty. It just has to be functional, especially on a barf like this. That's what I did there. Put in this piece here so the sheeting has something to glue to, and then you got a spot to glue the sheeting to. Now we can go all the way across with this one, because we'll just put a notch in it there. You know what? I need a wider piece. Cut it. Maybe I ought to start doing a standalone video on crash repairs, because I know you guys crash a lot. And I used to crash a lot when I was a kid. I had crash repairs down to a science back then. Okay. There it is. We could add a stick in there to make it stronger, like so. Too short. Shit. Or we could just leave it notched. No, better not. I cut the damn stick 64th too short. So let's leave it long and sand it to shape. Say just a smidge too long. Yeah, we can go all the way back with it. And that won't matter. That'll make it stronger yet. Yep. So that there is 16th. Let's make that out of 8. That way it'll give that leading edge a little more strength for when I put that cap on there. If I can pull this off, it'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. Let's see here. There we go. This lightweight 3/16. We'll use this. This was the stick here. Yep. So let's cut that with a saw. Turn it this way. Make sure that's the right piece. Yeah, it is the right piece. This has got some old Shaper Hobby wood in this. $1.33 for 3/16. Sig used to have some good damn wood. Now I got shit. No, $1.60 piece. That'll be fine. And we'll just cut across there. Cut across there. Okay, we about got this wing repaired. Hello, Ackles, or whatever. A Keef, that's what it is. A Keef. All right, now all we got to do is put the sheeting back on it, and this wing is repaired, ready for the fuselage. I suppose I could do the covering on it before we put it together, but we'll see. All right, now I need to figure out the sheeting end of this. So is this going to be long enough? We need a piece. Where is my tape? My dressmaker's tape. Yes, just going to be iron-on covering. It was an ARP before it hit the ground. So we need to cut this. Let's cut it a little wide and bend that around there. Fit it and bend it. Oh, it's A grain, I guess. Yeah, I told Steve I'd build him a fuselage for $200, and I got to thinking about it. I go, kind of pricey for an ARF repair, so I'll go ahead and repair the whole thing for $200. Put a little Windex on this baby. I'll bend it up. Yeah, we just need to make it fit. I hope I got it straight. Right there. Right there. That gotta go some more. Another smidge more. But I am going to have to go to Walmart here shortly. And I'll be back. We're going to run through this thing like that. That'd be close enough, I suppose. Let's see. Let's tack it here and see how it goes. It's getting bigger on that end. It'll be fine. So let's see here. Here we go. Come on. Damn glue bottle. So it's right there. Right there. Where's my ruler? I'll be able to see the damn thing. There. Right here. Right here. Where is my ruler? There it is. A little more. A little more. Yeah, too much glue. Oh, oh, it'll be fine. Plenty glue. Plenty glue. Good as new. Almost. Okay, we need to block that off. We can do it with this stick right here. Get some thick down here. Fell on the floor. I'll use this stick right here. Yeah. Shit. Oh no. When I'm done sanding here, I'll get the camera in hand. Yep, gonna build a new fuselage, elevator, stabilizer, rudder. But I gotta have a foundation. I gotta have this wing back together before I can do any of that. We're gonna call this the Spectre. That's what it is. It's not a Vector anymore, it's a Spectre. Change the numbers. Almost got it. I wonder if I got any white out there. I don't know. If I got white monocoat, you won't even be able to tell that I did this. That's gonna be inside the fuselage anyway, but all right. So we got that done. We're gonna have to do something about this wingtip weight box. It's all busted up. So I'll just saw it out and make a new box, sit a new box in there. And then we'll put a white patch on it. They had tape all over this anyway. Now, Spectrum is Jimmy Casale. This is a Spectre. It's a Sparky Vector. I mean, it's pretty rough, but it'll be all right. We ain't building a concourse airplane here. Just trying to get him something to fly. You can't feel it though. That's good. Get the monocoque patches on it, you won't be able to see it. I think I'll go to Schaefer's today and see if they got a roll of white ultra coat. I doubt it. They don't have shit in there anymore. It'll be presentable. Hey, Jim. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't know a whole lot of stuff. So in an hour's time, hour and a half's time, I've salvaged this wing. It's basically rebuilt. I mean, it's just put a monocoque patch on there. And I'll cut out the tip box here because when it hit the ground, it blew the front of it out. So what I think I'm going to do, it's in the wrong spot anyway. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out, fill it up with wood, and move it up here. Now think about this. You want to keep everything in a straight line. We can do it upside down. You want to keep everything in a straight line. The pivot point of the bell crank is right there. The lead outs are right there. This wingtip weight box should be right. Where's my pen? This wingtip weight box should be right here. They've got this 2 inches off. Set way back there. It should be right here. And you ask, why is that? Well, I'm not an engineer. I don't have any of the numbers and the training for the numbers and all that. But I have built so many airplanes in my life that I know exactly what stuff does. You can pi r radius square me to death with your nonsense, but when you're flying along, centrifugal force is forcing the airplane out. Not only that, you've got your engine offset. You're trying to turn the airplane out as it's flying around. When you give it up and change attitude or direction, angle of attack, everything wants to line up. The center of gravity, the pivot point, this is right there is pointed tether. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's not out at the wingtip. It's right there at the bell crank. So when you give it up, where the center of the lead outs are, and this tip weight box are going to try to line up. And if you ever see an airplane hinging like that, that's because they got the shit in the wrong spot. It's all trying to line up. Either that or they got the stab and elevator cattywampus from the trailing edge. So you're inducing the wing is lifting and this is crooked like this. You're inducing a roll into the airplane. So if you keep it all straight, you'll be much happier. So we're just going to cut this one out, make a new box, sink a new box there, recover this tip, and be done with it. What you guys need to do is when you go out to the field and you're watching your buddies fly, don't watch the maneuver. The maneuver doesn't mean anything. The shape of the maneuver and I mean it does to the judges, but you're not trying. If you're going to try to learn something, don't watch the maneuver. Watch what the airplane does. How does the airplane react, especially in wind? Wind exaggerates the issues something fierce. So let's take this off. Clear packing tape. I'm going to peel this back. We're going to put the tip weight box in the right spot. Okay, I hear that we need to go to Walmart, so I'm going to end the stream here. When we come back, which will be later on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this as rapidly as possible to try to get this project done because I got to go back to work on my airplane. Not only that, I want to get paid. I want to make this an. I don't want to make this an all-year project. So I'll cut the box into right here and close this one up. We could get that out of there without. There I can. Right there. Don't move. See the front of that box when it hit the ground, the weight went forward and knocked the front out of it. So now, what I'll do to fix that, we don't care that it's there because it needs tip weight out there anyway. We'll just take a piece of balsa, cut it square, stick it down in there, sand it over and fill it up. Then make a new box and we'll be good to go. I thought I was going to have to cut it out. We'll just leave it in there. It's no big deal. I got to get this peeled back though. I see a piece of balsa wood over there. It's just calling its name. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I'll just cut a square, fit it in there, and sand it off. We'll do that, and then I can go to Walmart. That way we'll be that much farther along when I come back on this vector project. Okay, we need some thickness to that, which would be this right here. I don't even have to get up. That is good. Now you wonder how you're going to get a perfect fit on that square. Well, I'm going to show you. It's not that hard. You sand an angle, a bevel in it, and then set it down in there. That's perfect. I cut it a little large. I got some sanding room. A little bit too large. Better too much than not enough. So, see, we need that up a little bit so I can get some shape on it. Up, up, up. There it is. Up, up, up. Not trying to build a watch here. I'm just trying to repair his airplane. Do you guys understand my theory on wingtip weight box location? If you don't, I'll explain it to you in graphic. That'd be better than me there. First sand was 180, then 320, and that's good enough for this. All right, I must go to Walmart. So that's plugged and fixed. So we'll cut a wingtip weight box in here, put a patch on this, and we're done. I think I'm going to cut it back one more bay because it's got an extra patch there where they've been monkeying with it. I don't know what we're going to do for trim. We might pull all that off. It don't look very good. Stop. A Barf Spectre. I don't think it got any heavier. It sure is heavier. I'll bet this is a pound. 16 ounces. Let's check it out. Way too heavy. Yeah. This wing should be about 13 ounces covered, ready to just as is. I'll bet it's 16, maybe 17. Nope, it's only 14. I guess I'm getting terrible at my 14 ounces. So we're only an ounce overweight on the wing. We'll make it up somewhere else. I got a carbon fiber landing gear I can use on it. Alrighty. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back in just a little bit. I got to take the old lady to Walmart so she can get cat food, or else the cats will go crazy. And we'll continue working on the vector. Now, I think I'm pretty close to wrapping this stage of the repair up. Well, I guess I can make the tip box, show you how to do that real quick. We'll make a tip box, and then I'll wait on, I'll look in the garage if I got monocoat. I would like to get the wing completely restored and ready to install before I do anything, but if not, you know, you got to keep working. So we'll build a fuselage. That should take, a fuselage for this should take 2 sessions of, should take about 4 hours. And then we'll see about covering that. I don't know. I'm looking at probably, I'm looking at 20 hours to repair this. Possibly more, 25 maybe. But we'll get a lot of good content out of it anyway. So like, subscribe, share. I'll see you in a little bit. I gotta go. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.